trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He goes underneath to Ingram. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here's Jackson. And right away, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. Does the big boy have the juice? And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
6-yard line.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Burrow going to give this to Mixon, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
He was tackled at the
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Burrow on first down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Jackson from the shotgun.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not.
Jackson's pass, intended for Mark Andrews, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Play action. It's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And that one makes it 14-7.
Next to score, Bengals 14, Ravens 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
6-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet, see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Reception here by Ruggs. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And a Bengal first down.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Humphrey on the coverage.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
That's good.
A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 60 yards.
At the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing is Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Bengals.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So a very tight 1st half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game.
The ball comes out, and the Bengals grab it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this? We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Bengals 21, Ravens 13.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the Bengals' 44-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 33. 11 yards there, first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff to Ingram. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
He's brought down.
Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
On the pickup. It's 2nd.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying under double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Now Jackson operating from the gun. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. First down, here's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
7 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Devondre Campbell, the one who fought his way in there to make the play.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
And we're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes an important one now for Austin Seibert. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Seibert's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Chris Moore on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2nd down.
To try again after the sack. Jackson. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
3rd down and long.
From the gun, Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Carter. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Number 82.
It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6.
Kick is good.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
21. Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20.
Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Wide Open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They go play action here on first down. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
Second down at the Ravens' 39-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Huntley. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Matt Judon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's a sight familiar to Ravens fans. Matthew Judon, a 2019 Pro Bowler, he led the Ravens with a career-high 9.5 sacks in 2019.
On third down, Huntley. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. They're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. 2 F's for a rookie quarterback. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that.
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 52 yards. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Here's Jackson. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Back to throw. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the fourth.
Bengals 31.
So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Bengal first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Bryce Love, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. DJ Reader in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Rolling to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. From the gun, it's Jackson being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there, but now it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Bengals, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. Hit up with a stiff on, spin move, and zones. Go.